What do we know, Otto?
Some lads from the Imperial garrison in Rosaria started a fight over at Martha's Rest. Blood was spilled, bones were broken. The usual. But somewhere in the middle of it all, Martha vanished without a word to anyone. And that ain't like her, Clive. Something's not right.
You think this was planned?
Of course it bloody was. Ever since Eastpool, the Empire's been tightening its grip round the Duchy's balls. They've strung up everyone who's ever set eyes on a runaway, claiming they're traitors to the Holy Throne, conspiring to restore the House of Rosfield to power. And now it sounds like the bastards have turned their attentions to the pallbearers meek enough to stay put. Naturally, old Martha could see the way the wind was blowing, complained that it was getting harder and harder to take bearers in.
And now she's missing. If she's fallen into the hands of the Empire, we could be next.
Couple of curse breakers are already on their way to the inn. They should help speed up the search. But if this is as bad as I think it is, you might end up having to save their asses and all.
Don't worry, Otto. I'll make sure everyone gets home safe.
Martha is a survivor. We'll find her.
Here for another of my lectures? What is it that you wish to learn? Study it well, Clive. Very good.
Sid.
Damn blighted bilge. Is everything all right?
Aside from the holes in my hull?
The lake water doesn't agree with it, then?
That's one way of putting it. And unless you got some grand scheme to suck the black from that slurry'll keep eating away at the timber like young Tech does our lemon tarts. Assuming we had any pitch, doubt the old tub's got more than
Of course, Obolus. Your skiff is our only means of reaching the mainland. Without it, we'd be lost.
Well, I'm glad. To make pitch, you need pitch trees. But in case you haven't noticed, now, I'm not so unkind as to ask you to fell a faraway forest and lug the logs back. And it just so happens, I once heard the thorny pitchers of Curltail Falls cover themselves in a sticky wax.
Sounds easier than felling a faraway forest.
Репутация, что ли, появилась? Порог, не знаю. Пару минут подожди.
Easier than felling a forest, I said. The trees don't have teeth. Get him! I can't imagine Obelisk needing any more than this. Time to head home.
Again? I seen schoolboys swing up.
Welcome back, Sid.
Well, did you find me some wax?
Find is one way of putting it.
Ugh! Reeks like a chocobo's arse. I don't suppose the Argo will mind as long as he stays above the waves.
Argo? So your boat has a name? I didn't know.
Yeah. Same as me old man. He was a ferryman himself back before the Blight came. Yeah, Sid. How is it I never see you on the ferry? Ah, forget I asked.
Я вроде поставил назад там.
What happened
Исчезновение после 2 минут.
Need to find the
Там
others.
уж
Best off staying where we are for now, I reckon.
What are you after? Sold a lot already. That all, is it? Anything catch your eye? Very well.
Let's get you to physical, shall we?
I'm sorry.
Sid? What said you'd be coming?
I trust you don't mind. Also thought you might need some help. And it appears he was right.
You, could say that, yes. They're saying the Imperials ascended like a storm. No one was spared their fury. Martha tried to step in and calm things down, but... all I
Any idea where?
Judging by their tracks, they headed towards Sorrow.
To the Abbey sheltering Martha's bearers.
The bastards. Jill and I will go after them. You take care of the people here.
We will. But, before you go, one of the locals heard something. He said the soldiers were talking about a culling. I don't know how big this is, but it doesn't sound good.
You do the same.
What is
Cole is right. That was no tavern brawl. It was a message.
But a culling. Bearers are the property of the Empire. The garrison wouldn't have the authority to act alone. The orders would have had to have come from higher up.
какие-то монетки непонятные.
If those Orsons touch an arrow on Martha's head, oh, kill them all. Self.
Company.
was on my way to the Abbey, minding my own business, when a gang of screaming loons came charging out the garrison and chucked my stuff all over the place. Until I get it all picked up, no one's crossing the bridge. If you're going the same way I was, you'd be better off going back by Martha's than round the other side.
Look. Up ahead. Martha, are you hurt?
Don't worry about me. It's them at the Abbey who need you. You have to do something.
Tell us what happened.
What happened? The damn Black Shields, that's what happened.
The Black Shields?
The bastards caught wind. The abbot and I were helping bearers. They were gonna hang us both. When the sick rose from their beds. Poor souls turned on the Imperials. Distracted them long enough for me to get away.
Then they may still be alive. Martha, do you think you can make it back to the inn? Cole is there with the other curse breakers.
I think so. Thank you, Clive.
Black Shields. Is this some sort of twisted... Look, there has only ever been one Order of Shields in Rosaria, and they fought to defend all her citizens.
It seems a step too far, even for the Empire. no mistakes.
Get him! Go for him! Go for him! To me, boy!
Этих нычек, блядь. Как от козла молока. Польза.
Are we too late?
There might still be someone inside.
Арлекинушка, привет. Нет пробития. Игра хорошая. Пока. На удивление. Не прям вау. Ну, отлично. Играть может. Персонажи очень плохо проработали.
Damn it.
I thought you lot were all spent.
Murderers. They drove the bearers to this.
Wait,
Йовыч, привет.
these two aren't turned.
That bitch of an
Да
innkeeper
нормально
must have sent
ты.
them.
Ты сам как, чё? Как там
Colluding with the
грибочки
enemies of the
питерские?
Empire is a serious
Нравится?
offence.
And for their crimes shall they be punished. Such is the law. To dwell in darkness, that we may purge the night and welcome
Чё,
lasting
подосиновички,
dawn.
белые,
On
с
these our
картошечкой.
swords we swear.
How dare you speak those words? Have you no honor?
Clive,
This won't take long. Waken wind! Stay down! Is that all of them?
I think so. I didn't see the abbot. He may still be alive.
That'll feel good, boy. Found her.
The abbot.
Йовыч, собрал бы, замариновал, мне прислал. Я бы кайфовал, тут сидел.
Calling upon what little magic they had left in their bodies.
Clive. He's breathing.
We're friends of Martha. We're here to help.
Are the Imperials dead?
They are. Every last one.
If only that were true. The Black Shields will return. The cullings will continue. Rosaria will never be saved unless we save her. Tell Matt to beg Sid's aid and tell her this wasn't her fault.
I shall.
Sid, where are you? Sid!
In here! We found a survivor!
Clive. He's gone.
We've laid the abbot to rest. But the bearers... they didn't need to die like this.
No, they didn't. But it was their choice. They knew the fate that awaited them and chose to meet it on their terms, fighting for those who fought for them.
Martha said they rose from their beds, threw themselves at the Imperials so she and the abbot could escape.
I've gathered the bearers' remains. We should consign them to the tide.
There's a drawbridge not far from here. Radix Jump. The currents there are swift. If the abbot was still with us, he'd have taken the dust there himself and performed the casting. I'll get someone to...
I'll do it.
Of course. Cole and I will remain here and see to the Imperials.
О. Воу-воу-воу-воу-воу.
Do you think it's spotted us, Torgal? What am I saying? Of course it has. It's a floating eyeball. I can't go on.
No.
Try not to move. Go on, mate. Yours. I know.
Нормально он мне отчепындрил.
And they called
Oi,
themselves
look sharp!
Видели, ребят? Как он меня чипындрил.
That must be the bridge.
Понятно. Кто меня не смотрит?
So shall the waters cleanse thee of thy burden, and bear it out to sea.
And now they are truly free.
I hope so. What of the Imperials?
A pyre was made. It's more than they deserve. We should go back. Cole is worried about Martha.
All right.
All yours, Torgal.
Nice try. didn't see that coming.
We're best off staying where we are for now, I reckon.
No one survived then?
I'm sorry. Before he passed, one of them bade me tell you not to blame yourself.
Doesn't mean I won't. Doesn't mean their blood's not on my hands. Cole said you cast their remains. That was good of you. But it should have been me. This was all my fault.
How? You couldn't have known.
But I did. And I turned a deaf ear to the warnings like the fool I am. The rumours started moons ago. Of black-clad devils descending on villages in the dead of night to slit the throats of sleeping bearers. But I assumed it was all just nonsense concocted by the Empire. Nothing but a ghost story meant to make folk think twice about lending a hand to a fugitive bearer.
And in ordinary times you would have been right. What these Black Shields are doing is unthinkable. Which begs the question, why do it at all? My mother obviously has a hand in this. I cannot make sense of her actions.
Unpicking what goes on in that woman's head is a job for someone with more time on their hands. Right now, if those Imperials think they can come in here again and threaten my people... Oh, before I forget, a Stolas from Otto landed. He asked me to tell you that Gav has returned.
Then we must as well.
We can't stay long.
No need. I'll be ready should the Imperials come calling. Though I...
Try not to move.
Oi! You there! You handy with that sword of yours? Course you are. Bet you're a bloody marvel with the thing. Now, question is, are you willing to use it or not? 'Cause a flock of no...
Chocobos.
You heard me right. Wild bird... And not just any chocobos at that. White Heart and her flock are the bravest birds you ever did see. They...
Chocobos.
It's true. Why, they saved me from a gang of footpads only yesterday. Nasty lot they were, too. Oh, go on, then. Don't just stand there. There's a good lad.
Where can I find these chocobos?
I saw him cut across the way over yonder. The rotten scoundrels were driving the poor things towards the old dock. You save White Heart and her flock, you hear me? There ain't a pluck of you, and don't worry. You'll...
I'm sure I will.
And good luck to you. And give...
White Heart. That's quite a name for a chocobo. A white feather. I thought Ambrosia was one of a kind. Speaking of brave birds. Looks like they went that way. These chocobos aren't going down without a fight. They're in trouble.
We got you cornered, Feathers. You didn't think you'd seen the last of us, did you? You've been bad for business. But I reckon someone will pay good coin to mount your head on their wall.
Not around here, they won't.
Oh. And why's that, eh?
Because she's something of a hero in these parts. You hurt her, and I hurt you.
Piss off. Or better still, how about we hurt you both?
All right then. But don't say I didn't warn you.
Yeah.
To me, Blades! It's over. All yours, Torgal.
They're here for today.
Wakened winds!
да?
You're safe now. White Hart, I presume. Do you know her, boy? That scar. It couldn't be.
Я своего Чокобо нашел. Ура!
Ambrosia. It is you. You survived. And you found yourself a flock.
Oi! Is it over? I thought I'd come and see how you were getting on. Oh, well, you sorted the bastards then. I knew you would. And the whole flock made it through unscathed.
Thankfully, they did. And not only that.
Well, I'll be. I never stopped to think our hero here might once have been someone's mount. Though I dare say she'd suit a fine fellow like yourself. Reckon our feathered friend must have learned a thing or two from her master. Kind-hearted warrior that you are. Bird like her would have cost a princely sum. You born a lord or something?
Well,
Oh, no, sorry. I didn't mean to pry. Don't matter who you are. You done right by me.
What is it, girl?
She wants her master back, I reckon. Told you. And it seems her pals agree.
Is that it? You want to come with me?
Well, bugger me if this ain't a heartwarming sight. The lads down the stables will be hearing about this tonight. Oh, stay right where you are. Doesn't she cut an handsome figure, eh?
She does indeed. How much do I owe you?
Ah, a few scraps of leather's the very least I owe old White Hart. Oh, I'll be sad to see her go, of course. But she's earned her right to happiness and more besides. Don't you worry, we'll get along just fine without her. You hear that, White Hart? You've earned yourself some time off. You have fun traveling with your master now. You seem awful familiar now I get a proper look at you. That's it. When those chocobos swarmed my cart on the road, didn't you? No, that can't be right.
Must have been my double.
Oh, must have been, eh? Oh, that'll be the excitement. Anyhow, best be on my way.
take care of your flock for now. I'll call you when I need you.
Dun, dun, dun.
Ready, go?
Faster!
Din, din, diri, di, di.
Where's Gav?
If you're worried about our supplies, we've plenty.
Ragged as...
So Martha's all right.
Ты, дружок, петушок там.
And how may I assist you today? Allow me to educate you. One must understand one's place in the world. I have the details here. The state of the realm is ever-changing, Clive.
I hear there's trouble in Rosaria.
But none of the curse breakers in return.
Ah, Clive! Oh, I've missed that scowl.
Where's my report?
What, no kind words for your old pal Gav?
If it's kind words you're after, you're fishing in the wrong barrel. Now sit down, you fool.
So, you remember how quick the Empire was to occupy the Dominion after the fall of Drake's head? And how pissed off all the other nations were that they didn't think to do it first?
Half a century of independence gone at the whim of a madman. So much for their bloody treaty.
Clearly, the promise of unblighted land and the world's supply of crystals was too much for his radiance to resist. And now the Republic's finally decided to follow suit, using liberation as an excuse to declare war on Sambrek. Lined up right outside the Dominion's gates as we speak, looking to starve the Imperials into submission.
And now all eyes are on the Strait of Author.
Well, the two nations beat their shields. The rest sharpen their daggers, ready to set upon the war-weary victor. They'll never see us coming. It's time we moved on the mother crystals. Four mother crystals remain in Storm and Ash. Drake's Breath near Ironhome. Drake's Fang in Dhalmekia. Drake's Spine in Waloed. And Drake's Tail here in the Crystalline Dominion.
With the bulk of the Republican army marching to Twinside, Drake's Fang will be left exposed.
That is exactly the move Kupka would anticipate. And if there is anything these past 5 years have taught us, is that he loves his traps. There is one place, however, where nobody will be expecting us to go.
Drake's Breath.
There's a shitload of sea between us and it, and I've never been much of a swimmer.
I have an acquaintance in Port Isolde who may be able to help.
Who's that then?
My uncle, Byron Rossfield.
Lord Byron Rossfield of the Seven High Houses, the trade magnate with holdings in over 100 cities. Wait, Rossfield. And you're a Rossfield, of course.
My uncle's name gave him his start in the world, but it was his acumen which earned him his fortune, along with a handsome fleet of ships.
Well, it's settled then. What are we waiting for, eh? Huh?
What are we waiting for, indeed?
Think it's all right to touch him?
What do you need? What do you want? That it? Fine.
С кофе надо сделать.
Well, don't just stand there, go. Is that all?
Welcome back, Sid. How am I getting on? And it'd be worth it. Oh, keep your mug handy.
To live in the sky. They ain't flying fish.
Is there something I might assist you with, Clive? I have compiled some new entries, if you would like to see them. What subject shall we consider today?
Was it gonna flower?
Ромус, пандемониум, здорово, ребята.
Won't be long now, Martel. They'll try your... Sid, I was hoping to speak to you.
Is everything all right?
Oh, yeah, it's just... Well, as you know, we've been trying to grow fruit down here.
It's good to know that something of the old hideaway still lives on.
Martel's pride and joy. It was a sapling when she rescued it from the rubble, but look at it now. All our hard work's finally paying off. I took it on, you see, after she died. And not only is it ready, it's actually tasty. Sweet as you like, in fact.
Impressive.
I thought this first harvest could go to the curse breakers. You couldn't take them some, could you? Seems...
It'll be nice being the bearer of good news for a change.
Thank you. She always had a soft spot for that lot, see? And once they've had their share, I'll see to it that here you go. Martell apples, they're called, in honor of her memory. You hear that, Martell? Today's finally the day.
Только после вас. Может быть, когда повторно включусь.
And you say Sid built this place?
Perhaps they're old enough for the sins of Zemeckis.
Ну или когда новые какие-нибудь выйдут.
There was a time I only had eyes.
They say removing a brand is almost as painful as getting one.
Есть там на каком уровне? На третьем, по-моему. Там всякой нечисти полно. Смотря как ты себе представляешь гоблинца.
Weren't she the girl from the Furrows?
Course she was. And I'd sort that one. Loved plants more than people.
А ты пройди, узнаешь.
Remember when she ran back into the hideaway to collect them trees when Titan attacked?
These aren't those apples, are they? She'd have been proud, and rightly so.
A gift from the backyard. For your service.
Ну вот на ультра харде не появляется.
Blimey, these take me back. I haven't seen a hideaway apples. Old Sid was the only one who could stomach the things. He'd have them right from the branch, made Martell livid. Not that anyone could stay mad at the man for long.
That sounds like the Sid I knew, all right.
Planning on keeping that lot to yourselves, were you? Hang on. These aren't Martells, are they? I'm glad to see someone.
Здесь какая-то слава появилась, я не знаю, зачем она нужна.
Reckon she'd be happy knowing all our hard work didn't go. Clive, tell the lad down in the backyard to run some over for me, will you?
Not so much as a thank you. Well, I've got some manners at least. Thanks, Sid. You can leave the basket with me. I'll see that the others get their
именно
share.
слава какая-то.
And give our compliments to the gardener, won't you?
That was the last of the apples. I should head to the backyard and pass along everyone's regards.
Вы издеваетесь, блядь.
But these beauties are as sweet as you like.
That broom's as ragged as...
Think it's all right to touch him?
I don't know.
Не проходил. Не понравился он мне.
The Cursebreakers sent their thanks. And their compliments. They were clearly very fond of Martel.
Ну я, видишь, финалку играю.
After all these years, I suppose she was very kind, even to a tongue-tied lummox like me. She put everything into her work. She wasn't going to rest until we had fruit sweet enough to eat. When she died, I named a sapling after her. And now it's a full grown...
And through you. Her dream would have died with her.
I didn't do anything really, but thank you. You're kinder to me than I deserve.
Ну можно.
By the way,
у нас Хафан
Otto's
любит
expecting some of your
очень.
crop. And I wouldn't mind some of it either, if that's not
Ну
too
да,
much
еще
to
купить
ask.
надо.
Of course not. I'll see that you're both well provided for. They like your fruit, Martel. Isn't that wonderful? I'd say it's about time.
Вот, Дромус. Ты же любишь лор всякий там, разбираться кто где чё. Вот это вот для тебя.
How may I help you today?
Here you are.
Чё, где, когда был, наступал, погибал, там, выигрывал.
Of course.
Вот NPC все. Между ними терки, любовь, там морковь.
Very good.
Вот сиди и разбирайся.
Fancy a look at the list, do you? Oh, same old. So, oh. And Sid, he's... Here you go. Always something in there.
Oh, Clive! Welcome to the Patron's Whisper.
The Patron's Whisper? Does that mean someone else is taking care of our friend's donations?
Oh no, that's still me. It's just Karen has her toll, Blackthorn has his hammer. I thought a new name might liven things up. I still catalogue every item that arrives, in addition to setting aside those tokens of appreciation the sender has specified are to be presented to you personally. Would you like to see if we have any?
Ну давай.
Business is busy. Still, words are immortal.
Блин, может пельмешек пойти сварить?
Is everything we've received and everything promised? Here you are. You earned this. Come again. I may have more for you.
What's the matter, Nectar? The hunt board? It's where the curse breakers post sightings of particularly fearsome beasts. Those that might, just because they can't be dealt with when they're spotted, doesn't mean they can't be dealt with later. Right. Well, the people of Alastia are going through a lot already. But the last thing they need is ungodly fiends terrorizing them on top of everything else. Then perhaps I can. I don't think so.
Арлекин — это финару фэнтези. Ясенный путь, Сенберг. И сломанную карась Розалия. Пойдемте по квесту.
Do you think it was wise to leave, Gav? I didn't...
Так, секундочку. Да я не знаю. Специальный NPC есть у него, спрашивать надо.
Not about to let Kupka take us unawares. Besides, he has a knack for that sort of thing.
That he does.
And wasn't it Sid who said that matters such as these are best left to dominance? Especially should one of his beloved opportunities to grow and change present itself.
Да какая-то тетка стратежка непонятная. Архивариус. Королевство воюет, надо мне, короче, все кристаллы убить, потому что они высасывают силу жизни.
We'll face it together then.
To the end.
Come on.
How far do you think your mother's... extends? Will we find the same tragedy in the south as we did at Martha's Rest?
More than likely. Which is why we should hurry. There are still many settlements between here and Port Isolde. We visit as many as we can and hear their stories. Starting with the village of Amber.
All yours, Torgal! Stay down! It's over! Now, Torgal!
Да тут что у меня теперь есть?
Good girl. Faster! Thanks, girl. Let's go. This might take a while.
Так, надо перекурчик сделать. Ну, мир, конечно, все равно здесь говно. Пошаговая, да, она крутая, мне тоже нравится. Ну, что поделать.
Mockery of justice is what it is. Lord Elwyn would never have stood for this.
Quiet, you!
Дромус, а есть как пельмени по-питерски? Можно как-нибудь сделать?
Rosaria must be cleansed of the stain which befouls her, that she might rise once again from the ashes to welcome a new dawn. 'Twould be a pity to make examples of you all for the transgressions of but a handful.
Of course, your lordship. You shall have our full cooperation.
What business could the Black Shields have in a village this small? There's barely room to hide a bearer.
Then they must be here for something else.
You fancy dancing a gallows jig like...
Welcome, stranger. Much obliged. Keep to the roads now.
Excuse me, but what was all that about earlier?
You haven't heard? Someone's been stirring up trouble. There have been attacks on the garrison, supplies stolen. They even say a Black Shield was murdered. The Empire wants answers, and what the Empire wants, the Empire gets.
Don't they just?
Keep your ears open, eh? The Black Shields will pay good coin for information on the culprits. You'd have to be dull as a sack of stones to think you could take on the Empire. What with their 100 full legions?
100? I heard it were 1,000.
We're going hunting for outlaws. How'd you like that, boy?
You're a long way from home, aren't you?
Run along now, before one of the boys starts thinking you're something you're not.
Word is, Port Isolde's closed her gates to all...
You seen him, didn't you?
I'm sorry.
The Black Shields. Just now. You seen them, didn't you? At least I think there was a Black Shield. Can't say I ever saw one before.
Was this the first time they visited the village?
What do you think? Amber's the arse end of nowhere. And they thought we might be harbouring firebrands. Huh. If only we were.
I might have turned him in and become a Black Shield myself.
You don't think these firebrands the Empire is looking for could be us, do you?
I don't know. But we need to find out. Greetings, friend. We are travelers.
I know that. What do you want?
We couldn't help noticing those Imperial soldiers who were here earlier.
Дромус, ты тут?
Don't you go telling these strangers a thing. I speak for the people of this village, and we have nothing more to say to you. You are to leave Amber and never come back.
May I at least ask
Ну
why?
всё, напился.
I don't know who you are or what brings you here, but your presence puts us all in grave danger. The Empire is a harsh master. Its demands are great, and its justice swift. But as long as we keep our heads down and pay our tributes, we are left alone. Some might call it submission. But if it will spare my people the Viceroy's wrath, then I will gladly submit. This village will not become another East Pole.
Then we shall be on our way. These people live with a knife to their throat.
Все здорово.
In the mistaken belief that if they cooperate, my mother will show them mercy.
Obedience bought with fear.
Are you all right?
Sorry, It's nothing. We still don't know who the Black Shields are looking for.
Well, whoever they are, the Imperials deem them worth pursuing to the back of beyond. But other than Martha, who else in Rosari would have the courage to stand against the Empire?
Есть какой-нибудь рецепт пельменей
A new ally would
по-питерски?
certainly be welcome. Can we find them before the Imperials do? Perhaps the next village will yield more answers.
Perhaps.
Давай здесь пройдем.
This pass will take us through the mountains.
And directly into the path of whoever or whatever lurks here.
Ever since the appointed tree, we've seen more and more of these shadows.
What do you think is working? The mother crystal's collapse?
I have an idea. You're going to like it. More of my mother's men. There you go.
Да не, меня же никто не приглашает, я и не приехал. Другой раз. Ну это уж через годик будет. Можно будет на Кубу сгонять.
Blood, Clive.
And still wet.
You were told to stay in your homes.
The Black Shields.
А ты врун-пердун.
You know who we are. And still, you would bear your steel. Why then, we owe you our thanks. You have saved us the trouble of an interrogation. To dwell in darkness, that we may purge the night and welcome lasting dawn.
Так, Дромус, напиши мне пельмени, рецепт пельменей по-питерски. Сейчас я подойду, ребят. Я сварю хоть сейчас, поем. Не хочет он делиться. Ну и не надо.
On these, our swords we swear.
Say that again. I'll show you a true shield of Rosaria. It's over. tell me what I want and the end will be swift. Who are you looking for?
Why, you. We come bearing a message. Your friends have been found. The branded you freed from our camps. They await you in Ordeal. Guardians of the Flame.
Those are Old Hill's gates.
Then we hurry. Find something, boy. Death.
Found her.
Это уж какой-то Resident Evil начался, ребята. А Дромус приезжий петербуржец? Ну тогда нам так и не нужны.
This was my mother's doing.
But why? Why would anyone?
I don't know. I never truly understood her. But this...
Clive.
I will learn what madness drives her, and I will end it.
Блин, почему у меня чат не пропадает?
We should go.
Yes.
We can't leave them here like this.
We won't. But if the Black Shields have made it this far south, they may already be in Port Isolde.
Дислокации неинтересно исследовать. Может, я просто не смыслю, что в крафте.
We're approaching Buick Bridge. Though I doubt the Empire would let us cross over to Rosalith.
Дромус, давай нам говори рецепт настоящих петербургских пельменей. Как приготовить?
They tell us there's a curfew, but then refuse us passage back to our homes.
We won't survive it.
Passage to the provincial capital is restricted to Imperial Army personnel.
Ну, а готовить-то как?
But this is their home.
You'll find no succor to the south travellers.
Don't go thinking you'll find refuge in the houses outside Port Isolde. The place is a wretched hive of thieves and blackguards.
А я вот беру, допустим, пельмени варю, сыр натираю, они у меня, оказывается, варятся, я их в тарелку выкладываю, сверху сыром посыпаю и по желанию майонезом, ну, даю сыру расплавиться и сверху, например, мазиком еще или кетчупом. Ну это... Ты ничего не понимаешь просто.
The Lazarus. What happened to this place?
My mother happened. The nobles who lived here didn't stand a chance. Let's hope my uncle fared better.
Go, Torgo! Stay down!
That's the main gate. And it looks like we're not the only ones hoping to get in.
Have mercy.
Voice-rinsed dogs they are! You can't ignore us forever!
Let us in or we'll die on your doorstep!
Better out there than in here!
More than enough for
Fuck off! Find the chinless bastards! Those crystals belong to us all! I said, where were you, filth? Back to your sties! Cut you down where you stand! Just try it!
No chance of slipping through unnoticed. We'll need to find another way in. I thought we might be able to reason with the guards. Or at least bribe them.
I suspect everyone in that crowd thought the same. Was that the only way in?
Officially, yes. Strictly speaking, no. My uncle once told me that the nobles had tunnels built, so that they could visit town without having to walk amongst the rabble. And Lazarus. We'll find our way into the city there.
If you're sure. The entire place looked abandoned. Do you think it's safe?
As long as it is abandoned.
The good news is we haven't seen a single black shield since Old Hill.
Maybe they found who they were looking for.
Ладно, ребята. Пойду я перекушу пельмени по-кубино-московски с сырком сверху. Либо просто дошиков сажу. Встретимся позже. Всем адиос.